Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani. Coming up, Cabinet to meet with visiting nationals on Tuesday, 20 to be awarded at this year's National Day Parade, and growth of fresh produce sector high on government's agenda. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Child abuse is unacceptable. Child abuse is not cultural, it is criminal. And one child abuse is one too many.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Thanks for staying with us. 125 individuals are gainfully employed on the site of the Cabrit's Resort Kempinski, 85% of whom are Dominicans. Last week, Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit led a cabinet delegation to the construction site of the 160-room hotel at Douglas Bay in Portsmouth. The Honorable Prime Minister noted that the construction of this resort has augmented employment opportunities in the north of the island.
Ranges NH, who is the main contractor here, have contracted many service providers here. For example, the concrete, the supply of all of the concrete is coming from P.H. Williams. And P.H. Williams has found it so lucrative for them that they have established a plant right in the vicinity of the site. And one can understand the multiplier effects for the employment capacity of PH. I am sure they would have had to employ more people to man this concrete plant over an extended period of time, almost a 24-hour shift system. Then you have the majority of trucks and heavy equipment are from local Dominicans, owned by Dominicans. And the material that have been hauled from Point Rung, all local trucks and excavators and front-end loaders were utilized.
The Honorable Prime Minister also stated that 25 individuals will receive on-the-job training in management.
Range has indicated to me also that they have gotten approval from Kempinski to have 25 Dominicans to be attached for 1 year at one of the hotels to get on-the-job training and to prepare Dominicans to take up critical positions within the management of the hotel once completed. So not only are we focusing on the building of the hotel, but we're also focusing on taking our people to a 5-star level of service, because that's what the hotel is, a 5-star. And therefore, if it is a 5-star, we cannot be at a 2-star or 3-star level of service.
The government of Dominica and Range Developments signed a memorandum of understanding for the construction of the high-end luxury brand hotel in February 2014, and ground was broken on October 16, 2015. Cabrit's Resort Kempinski Dominica is scheduled to be completed in 2018. In other news, Market Day with a Difference was held at the Roseau Market last Saturday. Vendors and shoppers dressed in Creole wear and stalls were decorated to mark the annual event. Market Day with a Difference is held every year as part of the independence celebrations to recognize the hard work of food producers and vendors. The Honorable Minister for Trade, Energy and Employment, Ian Douglas, addressed the event.
On the 30th anniversary of our independence, celebrated under the theme, strengthening our commitment to nation building. This is a call for us to reflect on our rich cultural heritage and to recognize the importance of pooling our collective resources for nation building. like we have coined the theme for building back better.
He noted that the government played its part following Tropical Storm Erica, especially in the area of agriculture.
The government of Dominica recognized the significant challenges imposed by this storm and the importance of the preservation of food security and keeping our external market commitments, which brings a well-needed foreign exchange into our economy. Therefore, in quick time, resources in the form of fertilizers and other inputs were mobilized to boost agricultural production. And in many respects, we have rebounded. And this is evident by the quality and the range of produce on display here this morning. And I congratulate every single one concerned and involved in this.
He highlighted the many measures that government is putting in place towards the expansion of the fresh produce sector.
This country is our own. Agriculture is our life and our way of life. We all have a commitment to ensure that our country and this sector grows from strength to strength. Strengthening our commitment to nation building and embracing the Build Back Better concept also requires us to focus on the economy. We have already established the critical infrastructure required to enhance the quality of fresh produce destined for the regional and international markets. The opening of the multi-purpose packhouses in Roseau and in Portsmouth creates the platform for building a more vibrant export sector. Exporters are encouraged to use the services of the packhouses to deliver properly packaged produce to our external markets. Farmers should also take the opportunity to supply the packhouses with produce so that we can consistently meet our external market demands and the farmers can benefit from our financial earnings.
Honorable Douglas also pledged his ministry's full support to the development of a productive fresh produce sector.
I wish to commend our farmers and the market vendors for their commitment to nation building by ensuring that food is readily available to feed our population and of course to sustain our regional markets. Building Dominica will require us to consider what each of us can do and how best we can contribute to this endeavor. Strengthening our commitments to nation building demands that we do some introspection to determine where we are now with regards to our development and where do we want to get to, where are we going. But it is left to us to strengthen our individual commitment and to implement initiatives that are so critical to our development now and into the distant future.
In more news, the government of Dominica will on Thursday, November 3rd, present Meritorious Service Awards to 20 individuals who have contributed to or represented Dominica in various fields. The Dominica Award of Honor is award of the highest recognition under the Meritorious Act, Chapter 1909. This award is conferred on persons who have made a significant contribution to the country's development. Among the 9 to receive a Meritorious Service Awards are Marjorie Walter in the field of education and community service, Christopher Packett in business and religion, and Charles Watty for achievements in agriculture. The second highest award is the Cicero of Honor. 6 people will receive that award. Among them are His Excellency Julius Timothy for his achievements in politics and business, His Excellency Erwin LaRocque for public service, and Cecil Shillingford for disaster management. The Services Medal of Honor is presented to persons or organizations that have provided valuable contribution to the development of the country in the area of community and social development. That award will be granted to Delvin Esprit for his achievements in sports. The Long Service Medal is bestowed on public officers, current or retired, who have given long service, usually over 20 years, in a particular field. 4 will receive long service awards. The award ceremony will be held at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium from 8 a.m. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. As part of the activities to observe this year's 30th anniversary of independence, the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica will host its 6th annual Diaspora Forum on Tuesday, November 1st at the State House Conference Center from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The event gives visiting nationals an opportunity to interact with Cabinet and to deliberate on matters of national development. All visiting overseas nationals are therefore invited to attend. This year, the event will be held under the theme Strengthening Our Commitment Through Investment. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, the Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Roslyn Paul, Honorable Minister for Trade, Energy and Employment, Ian Douglas, and Honorable Minister for Health and the Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, will make presentations at the forum. There will also be an interactive segment for discussion as well as questions and answers. The event will be carried live via local radio stations and the internet. Persons living in the diaspora who are not able to attend are encouraged to tune in. President of Combined Taxi Inc., Philip Jenner-Gist, has declared that national taxi drivers are looking forward to the 2016 cruise season. In an interview with GIS News at the launching of the 2016 cruise season, Gist revealed that over 120 taxi drivers were trained ahead of the season.
Well, the drivers' expectations are very high. As an association, we have prepared the drivers for that occasion today, and like we have done in the past, we have trained in excess of 125 taxi drivers out of our fleet of 300 drivers. So we have upgraded drivers in customer service and in other related activities for that purpose. We have sat across the board with all the players, the Ministry of Tourism, Discover Dominica, the port, and every intention is to put the best foot forward and to give the best service that's available. So as taxi drivers, we are very happy that the season has opened, and we look forward in putting our best foot forward as a customary. One, to improve the BREA report to ensure that the points on the BREA report gets up on the private tours like it's on the organized tours. So we're looking forward for a great tourist season and to work with all and sundry.
He also spoke of the impact of Tropical Storm Erica on taxi drivers.
It has been a challenge. It's better now because the bridge adjoining the hot springs with the Trafalgar waterfall, it's about 80% complete, so persons can access it sometime in next week to go to the hot spring. Because it's a challenge. You have to drive all the way down and then on the way to the Water and Raven Road. That is being addressed as we speak. The route to the Layu River, the hot water area where they do the river tubing, the minister promised he will do some grading on that to make it the road more user friendly. The drivers have signed some documents abiding to certain rules and conditions, that having not more than one vehicle in the perimeter of the area and the others move to the parking lot, that they have agreed to. So I think generally we look forward to a great season and make it work for all of us.
President of the Dominican Nurses Association, Deborah Roach Phillip, and Jessica Coffey David were conferred with the Mavis Harney Award and the Caribbean Nurses Organization Nurse of the Year Award, respectively, at the 30th Biennial Conference of the Caribbean Nurses Organization. Roach Phillip received the award for outstanding clinical nursing practice. The ward sister, who has been in the nursing profession for over 25 years, has worked at the Granby Health District for over 8 years and later moved to the Princess Margaret Hospital. The Mavis Harney Award, which she received, is bestowed on deserving nurses who have performed at an outstanding level in clinical nursing practice. 97-year-old Mavis Harney is the founder of the Caribbean Nurses Organization. In an interview with GIS News, Roach Phillip expressed how humbled she felt to receive the award.
Just listening to my CV, the nurses who were there, they were really elated and they felt it was rightfully deserving. Nursing is not any profession. It is a noble profession. It is special. It is unique. And we as nurses, we need to go out there and make a difference. And I must say, there are nurses who are doing as well as I am. There are nurses who go out there and they strive to do their work. It is hard, it is difficult, but I encourage them to keep at it. Don't give up. It will be rewarded one day.
Roach Phillip explained that she believes in getting things done.
When you are sick, this is the time that you are in need of empathy, compassion, and care. And nurses has a mandate to deliver quality care to persons, irrespective of who they are. And this has been my mandate, this has been my focus. Even before I became a nurse, I just had that caring feeling for people, for human. And this has emanated in my performance wherever I work, in the district, at the hospital, or even on the floor.
She revealed that her passion for healthcare began as a child.
As a little child in my community, I remember myself always there to help the elderly. I have a little girl and I used to go out there and had that feeling and had that, that concern for the elderly and also the less fortunate and children. It has been in me. That's why it is not difficult for me to express compassion and care for people. I love people, I have compassion for people. I believe as a nurse we ought to have that caring, that despite the person's status, that we ought to give quality care. And not just saying it in word, but in action. And I believe in excellence. And as a result, whenever I perform my duties, I perform it with excellence.
The ward sister had these words of advice for women in the nursing profession.
I always encourage nurses to perform their duties with excellence. And very often if you speak with them, you will hear them say, I usually tell them, look, when you board an airplane, the air hostesses, they always have a smile on their face. Irrespective of what might be happening, they have that approach. You feel free to approach them and to ask them any question. This is what a nurse ought to be. Somebody who is caring, somebody who is approachable, and who shows that level of empathy that anybody can say, look, I can come to you for help. And there is that touch. And often patients say they don't feel that touch. It's not just a matter of doing my blood pressure and checking my temperature. That's not all. Showing that level of concern, sometimes just a human touch, and saying, look, can I help you? And that smile makes a difference.
Meanwhile, Nurse Coffee David was the recipient of the Dominican Nurses Association Eileen Pringle Nurse of the Year Biennium Award in August 2016. Dominica was represented by a contingent of 2 voting delegates, Diane Cornelius, the Secretary of the National Association, and Jessica Coffee David, 2 board members of CNO, Minion Roll, Shillingford, the Assistant Treasurer, and Deborah Roach Phillip, the Regional Director for Region 3, as well as 2 Dominican nurses who reside in the USA, Joanne Peltier and Dr. Agatha in Scotland. The conference was held at the Grand Royal Beach Resort in Antigua and Barbuda from October 16th to 22nd, 2016, under the theme Nurses and Midwives, Pioneers in Healthcare. And that's news. Your tip of the day is next. Create Create and keep a regular sleep schedule to get rid of fatigue. Lack of regular sleep is the most obvious cause of fatigue and can be remedied by holding yourself to a sleep schedule that gives you just the right amount of sleep, even if you have to set an alarm or two. Everyone has different sleep needs, anywhere from 7 to 9 hours a night on average, and getting too much sleep can make you feel just as fatigued as too little sleep. So pay attention to your natural sleep patterns. You should wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go, not groggy and unable to focus. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching, and join us again next time on National Focus.